Hello, everyone, and welcome to Twin Flames Universe. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Cristina.
And we are true twin flames in union. We're here to bring you this week's Twin Flame Union energy card reading. The deck we are using today is the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle. And to save time, we have already pre-shuffled the deck, so we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay. So the card at the bottom of the deck, which is the underlying energy of the whole reading, is tenderness. The energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I get from this is that the collective is really moving through like healing vulnerability blocks and getting closer and like more intimate with, themselves, with their twin flames, with God, like with their reality, with, really just cultivating that relationship on a much deeper level and like a more, tender, sweet, loving level.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting is, to be tender, with others, you must first be tender with yourself. And in order to be tender, you must be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I really feel like this is, like going deeper with allowing yourself to be vulnerable, not really seeing vulnerability as a thing of weakness.
Right.
Because you actually have to be very strong and courageous to allow yourself to be vulnerable.
Yeah. And also it has to do with being willing to receive God's love completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So let's take a look at the current energy of the Twin Flame Collective. The first card is Grace, card number 24. The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. Yeah. This is so far like a very gentle energy, a gentle reading, which is something that I think the collective is really calling for. We are, especially after last year, 2020, like all of the upheaval and like restructuring of everything, I feel that the collective is really yearning for tenderness and like delicate, like loving, like no more tough love in that sense, or at least not as much, like more just sweet love. Yeah.
Yeah, this, the word grace to me, what I'm getting is exactly that. It's like removing the pressure, releasing pressure, allowing things to be easy, allowing things to be gentle and, fun even, but just, like no more pressure. It's very light and gentle.
Yeah. And it's, as you open more to receiving God's love and God's tenderness and grace, you open up to God's miracles. Right? Yeah. All right. So the current energy or challenge of the Divine Feminine Collective is honesty, card number 23. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. Yeah, and I'm just trying to get a good angle. What I get here from this card is it's about emotional honesty. And it's about being honest with what you need, what you desire, because as you say yes to what you need and what you desire, you are saying yes to God and you're allowing God to provide that for you because God put those desires in your heart. Right. And I'm also getting like an aspect of self-expression, like authentic self-expression.
Yeah, I definitely feel emotional honesty is what I'm getting with this. And that could be, if it's regarding, pretty much anything. It's being honest with yourself. I think sometimes, people don't take enough time with themselves maybe to really understand what they really need in the moment, like you said, or how they really feel in the moment. And I feel like this is like taking the time to go deeper to really understand themselves and allowing themselves to even go to possibly uncomfortable places to uncover things that need healing and love.
Right. Well, being honest with yourself and getting clear on what you're really feeling is the first step of the mirror exercise.
Yes.
And you can't really, like move forward without honesty, because unless you're being really, really honest with how you're feeling and what you need, you can't give yourself what you need in that place. You can't heal the upset until you make that choice to be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so the Divine Feminine Collective right now is just going deeper with that. It's being presented with challenges that are encouraging her to be really, really honest with herself. And as she moves through that energy, she steps into freedom.
Perfect.
Card number 21. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Yeah, and it does have to do with like self-expression. And yeah, like freedom, like when you choose to be really honest, there's that phrase, the truth will set you free.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because being really honest with yourself and others like opens up the capacity for, the situation to actually be resolved, whatever it is.
Right. And it allows you to receive.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if you're not being honest, you can't receive the truth, and you can't receive because you're closed off to the truth.
Exactly. And, the truth is that there's nothing to be afraid of. I think a lot of the time people will lie to themselves about what they need or, what's really going on because they're afraid to find out the truth. But there's, only love is real. And so the truth can't hurt you. The truth is something real and loving.
Yes, exactly.
And it's only your own fear of what you think it is or what you think something means that's actually keeping you from being honest.
Right.
Yeah. And it's keeping you from your freedom. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the Divine Masculine Collective. So the current challenge moving through the Divine Masculine Collective is card number 34, Romantic Love. The frequency of romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. Yeah, how I feel that this is mirroring the honesty challenge of the Divine Feminine is that genuine romantic love requires a great deal of authenticity. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally feel that, and I feel like this is related to like intimacy. Authenticity, self-exploration.
Yeah.
And I really feel, like the Divine Masculines are really understanding and uncovering the truth about intimacy and allowing themselves to feel what they need to feel. And in the same way as the Divine Feminine, allowing themselves to be honest and free in their intimacy and romantic love.
And self-expression, right? Yeah. So let's take a look at that. As the Divine Masculine resolves this challenge, he steps into originality. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. Yeah.
Yeah, this card always brings up authenticity.
Yeah.
It always brings up like a sense of like your natural nature.
Right.
Yeah.
And like being it's safe to be yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I think that a lot of Divine Masculines are, this is just from my own experience or what I've seen. This doesn't apply to everyone, but many Divine Masculines are taught in a way to disconnect from their feelings, from expressing their feelings in a certain way from a very young age. And I feel like this is like moving deeper into your authentic self and allowing self-expression and freedom in that.
Right. Because when you allow yourself to be authentic, then you are expressing your originality, right? Like there's only like God moves through you in a very specific way. That he doesn't move through another person, right? Like everybody has a very specific gift, the gift of, their presence, right? And so, like it feels really good to me that like it feels like authenticity is like a new level of authenticity is moving through the collective, which is why we have this like underlying energy of like tenderness, right? Because that requires deeper vulnerability and deepening intimacy. Yeah. Right. And so the concluding energy for this reading is, oh my gosh, like I swear we didn't look at these.
We really shuffled the deck.
Yeah, authenticity, card number 10. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves. Yeah. And really what I feel like this applies to, I'm just trying to get good light. What I feel like this applies to is that being authentic about your needs. You know, like I don't think that this is necessarily a reading about, and if it applies to you in this way, then you receive it in this way. But like what I'm getting is that this reading is not so much about like lying or malicious stuff, so much as it is about like being really genuine with yourself about who you really are and like what you need, you know, and like claiming that, like claiming yourself more deeply.
Right. It's like discovering who you really are, your core values, rather than what someone told you.
Yes.
Or something you believed you needed to be or something.
Right. It's about releasing self-betrayal on a much more refined level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels really good and really light. So I think this ties in directly with the overall energy, the peacefulness, the, take it easy. You've worked really hard.
And like claim what you deserve, you know, claim what you really desire in your heart. Because when you claim that, you allow God to bring it to you and you allow God to give to you there. And in doing so, then you can give it a greater capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And express your originality. Yeah.
Good. That feels complete to me.
Yeah, it feels complete to me too.
Good. Well, once again, we are Daniel and Cristina, and we are Ascension coaches. If you're interested in working with us, check out the links below. And we thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed this Twin Flame Union energy card reading, and we will see you next time. Take care.